welcome back to Opally Hour. Today we are going to be doing the Moomin house on number 76. So let me zoom you in a bit, that would be helpful. And as you can see, what we're going to be doing is starting on another frame, because we completed the other one, and we are also going to be doing a window which will go on the other frame that we did, but it's the top window. Hopefully I can make a better job of this one than I did the last one. Let's hope that that works out. And then what we have in this one is we have, let's see, he enjoys cards and a drink with the Moomin Papa. I wonder what they're drinking. Maybe I shouldn't ask. And then we also have away with this Beaujolais mentality. Let's play cards. So, all right, and also got key to that lighthouse, which lighthouse. I'm sure it is lighthouse. I can't read. Right, okay, key to the lighthouse. And then we have our instructions. Got to cut out a few pieces. Going to be putting it together, doing the window, and that will be that. So I'm looking at the pieces we have. Normally I'll take this top piece off first, but I didn't, so it doesn't make quite so much noise. We're going to have all the window pieces, which I am going to put back in this until we need it, with the magnets again, which we will be needing. We are going to be having these pieces of wood, and there's our window at the bottom here, probably with the plastic. There's the plastic in here. Lots of small pieces of wood here. So what we will be doing is starting with the frame in the order that they have it, so that kind of works. Alrighty, so let me get organised and get what we need out, and I will be back. Alrighty, so these are all the pieces we're going to start working on. I've put the window stuff to one side, kind of got it in the order they have. First of all, I'm going to cut these out. I will show you that, and sand them all down. I just use like an emery board. So I'm going to move these all to one side, like so, and just use this piece here. For this is a new scalpel, so finally got one put in. So I'm going to put that through here, and all the way through, and then I'm going to just turn it over. I mean, it looks like it's only catching in one area. I can't see any other areas it catches, so, and then turn it over and get these, and you can see just about on the camera where those lines are. And we are started. This is for the second wall. We finished the first one. Oh, that one went straight through. That's what you said on that one. I don't want to blunt my scalpel here, but I see that probably will happen. Didn't put enough force on the first time, as I lose one to the floor. The floor monster will get it. And then I am going to sand all of these down, throw that away, won't need that. So I keep a lot of stuff from models as to things that we might need going forward, you know, that maybe something's a little bit short of something, or it gets broken and things like that. And as much as, you know, technically one could send things back, I'm not very good at sending things back. I'm more likely to try and repair it. Sometimes it works out really well. Other times it absolutely works out totally disastrous, where it would have been a darn sight better off sending it back and getting a new one, but it's just not something I tend to do a lot. I should, huh? Alright, so now we're going to get to gluing. So let me get the pieces that I need in front of me. So let's see, we will need number 9, one of the 9s, and a 5, which is one of these little ones. And you've got short, like before, you've got short tabs and long tabs. This is longer, this one's shorter up here. So the longer one will be pointing down and the short one upwards. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Oh, can't get you any closer. So as close as you're going to get, guys. And now I'm going to take one of these 5s, and we're first of all going to put 2 5s in. So you want the number going this way, this number on here going facing that way, and then we are going to put this one with the numbers facing up here, and 1 also on this spot here. So you've still got 1 groove here plus the end. So let me get those stuck in. I'm just going to use wood glue. Probably should have filled my pot though. I never thought to do that. And in fact, it's not down the bottom there, it's up here. It's the first groove on this piece. Just put plenty of wood glue in there. So basically it's each side of the long strip with no lines on it. And you know, the other thing I need to do is probably go and get my oh, can't think what they're called, clamps, that's the word. So let me get these in to get that going. I'm gonna rub off any glue. You won't see it anyway because of the way the build is, but as one falls out. But let me go and get my clamps so we can start clamping this stuff. Okay, I think I have all the ones that I own to hand. So first things first, going to clamp this here. Going to use one of the bigger clamps. They're a lot smaller and larger. Same with that. Nice. Let's get that popped back in. Like I say, make sure your numbers are facing the right way. That one's in there. And then the next strip is going to be 10, which is this one here. And this doesn't look like there's any difference on the ends here, whether it's that one or this one. So we just pop that in, making sure the numbering is facing the same way as this one. So I'm going to get that done. Let's take the pin out, and then this will be put to one side, and I think we're going to rinse and repeat for the other side. So we'll get those done. Get them drying. Again, just going to use a big clamp here, which actually pushed that other one in, so that was kind of handy. Right, and now we go, going to start on the other one, and this time we're going to start with 10, which is the same both ways, and we are also putting in number 5s on here. So you want your writing to go this way, and the number 5s to go upwards. That's number 4, to go this way, like so, and get some clamps. Take my puppy out for a walk in a little bit, I think. Get her some exercise. Right, make sure you have it facing the right way, which is the lettering. There's lettering in here, facing that way. And then we are going to get the number 9 with the short tab upwards, lettering facing inwards, and put the glue in exactly like we did for that other one. I need to refill this, don't I? Probably still be saying that for the next 3 issues or something. I seem to say these things and eventually get round to it. I eventually got round to putting a new blade on my scalpel. My craft knife. I'm sure there's some technical difference between both of them, but I don't recall what they are. Nor am I probably that worried in reality. Okay, so that one's done. Let me turn the page and see what we're doing next. So next we are doing nothing with those, so that's good. They can sit there. We are going to be dealing with 1, which I'm going to turn towards me, otherwise I'm going to get myself confused, and 6, and it says these slots don't align here, so I have to line it on this piece here, so this end of the longer piece will have it. So I'm going to, let's see, goes up to there, so I'm going to just put it on here, and I know we're going to be doing something similar on the other side, probably with that number 4. Ooh, let's just make sure the numbers are up right. There they are. So numbers facing up here, using my paper, which is there to protect my board, so it'd be a bit daft to lose it. And for this, I've got any big clamps left. I don't, we've all got little clamps. So for this one, I'm just going to clamp it like so. Something like this. It's going to be more important to get this end squared up here. It moves. And you don't have to use clamps, that's the thing. They don't say any special stuff that you need for the build, but the wood glue, generally, like I've said in the past, is easier if something goes wrong. And then we've got another horizontal strip, also number 6, and that's going to sit roughly this side, so again it doesn't have to line up with this hole, and it won't cover all of the big gap, but it will be here. And let's put that together. So I'm really mainly looking to make sure the ends are lined up here. We're just quite a bit off on this one. That's kind of how they have it. I don't know. It makes me worry when I see it that much off. Oh, you know, guys, just as well I checked the book again. This one, don't do what I did. This one goes upside down. So you don't have the number showing. No wonder it didn't line up to anything I thought it should. Right, a bit more glue because it's all on the top end of that one piece. Right, so number showing here, but not this side. Oh, that lines up a bit better. Ah, a bug just running across my, can you see it? A little fruit fly or something. Not my favourite things in the world. Flies are worse though, not keen on flies. And then I'm going to clamp this. And I'm going to see if there's anything else that I can do outside of touching everything, but I don't. Oh, there's one other. I can see one other. Okay. And then we're going to have to put it all together. What do you think you're doing, fly? And line that up. Like so. Making sure this back edge is a lot better than it is. There we go. Okay, I think I'm quite happy. So no writing on this one, but writing showing on this one. Okay, that's that. I'm going to put that to one side for the moment to do its thing. Next thing I can get on with is these two here. And we want number 2 on top of number 3. And these will line up like so. And they will have, this one's got the holes in, which means that it's going to have the floor above it. So because of that, I am going to run out of clamps. These are my last few, so probably perfect timing. Yeah, I've got 4 left. I won't need 4 for this. Just avoid going into the holes because it's going to make your life a little bit harder later on. Not today, not for today's issue. This will just, once this is made, it will just sit there. I will probably put it on my house so that it's making sure it keeps the right shape that it should. And line it up all the way along. As it comes all the way forward as I'm trying to do that. Put one on the end here, don't move. One in the middle. And one on this end. Right, and that one should be good to go, and that can go to one side. So the first thing we will need is this long strip that had the two letterings different ways up. So we are going to assume it's had long enough to do its thing. And then we are going to want, which one? Let's see which one we're doing. The one done in step 4. So the first one that we did, which had, is that the first one? It had number 9 on the inside. Yeah, I think it's this one. So the one with the number 9 on the inside is going to go here. So let me unclamp these. These are so tough for my hands. Unclamp these, and it will go in here. And there's like a little step there for it. I promise, before I start that window, I will do the glue. And it goes like so. You know, just like that. Gosh, if I did it the way you were meant to do it, heaven forbid. And again, I'm just going to clamp this back in spots, like so. And then we will put this other side in. Make sure you have the writing upwards on all of them. So this one is going to go here. Oh, look at that. It even stands on its own. We like this. You can see a thing I'm doing now, and we are just getting this in place. Make sure it faces the right way. Oh, look at that. What do you know? That came out. So I'm going to pop another clamp on there. Like I say, overflow of glue on this doesn't overly matter. It's all going to actually be covered up. I don't understand. I have seen ahead. I don't understand how. Well, I'm making a mess of this. I was going to swear then. I don't understand how the walls are going to be put together, because I've seen this, because I've actually got it, because I'm quite a bit behind, and it looks like you're putting wallpaper on thin air. I'm not keen on this. I'm hoping that isn't the way it is, it just looks that way. Alright, and now we're going to pop. Oh my goodness. Ah! Alright, let me go and retrieve it. Okay, retrieved and re-clamping, which these aren't going to get to stay there. Alright, let's just put it in gently and facing this way. So I have to turn the page to put it all back together again, like Humpty Dumpty it was. You know, I don't know that this is right. I don't think it is. Alright, bear with me, let me check myself. Alright, I have it on, and I'll let you know one sec what the deal is with them, and you're not probably going to see it because I've got so many clamps in the way. However, let's get this one around the other way. Stop it. I'm not going to get clamps on here. Alright, so the secret is on these top ones, let me take this off for a second so you can see. So the outside ones, this one and this one over here, don't really have anything showing upwards past this. So, and that's so that the floor goes in it. As you can see, it still needs clamping. Whereas this one, the end, which is the long end, goes all the way up to the top here. So that's the difference. That's the same on both the insides. Let me get this back in position, get this clamped, and I am going to give this, make sure that's really pushed in, it doesn't want to, I'm going to give this a good few minutes to sit there. It doesn't take long, but you know what? It's enough time for me to get this wood glue done. So it's going to sit here, very pretty with all of its clips on it. Quite mesmerising, I'm sure. All right, I will be back in a split second for you, or longer for me. All right, let's see if we've got success. So I'm going to pull all these off. Gosh, there's plenty of them. It looks quite the crowd. They've been on a little while, so it should be okay. This in the middle here is going to end up being the doorway. So I reckon we are working on, this would be my guess, maybe this one here, this wall. This is so tough. Okay, and then we are going to put this one in next, which is the top of the door here. So it kind of makes sure everything's squared, refilled. Now good. And again, you want the numbers pointed in the same direction as all the others. So from that point of view, like this. And this just kind of lines it all up if it stays in there. It's quite the loose fit. I'm going to do it from down here. And this one, because I know we're going to be putting on the top piece next. Oh, I don't want to do that. It's kind of forcing it a bit. I feel it forcing it. I'll tell you what, we won't put any clamps on this yet. We'll put this top piece on, which we do before the strips on the side. And again, with this, we want the numbers upright, so all facing the same way, and this will go on. And then we will clamp this, and I'll work on getting those magnets in like we did before. And then the difference with this one compared to the last one we did was we will also be putting on some side panels for the door, basically. Oh, helps if I get it in the right spot. As well, I was looking even at what I was doing. Distractions. My puppy's actually being quite good. Oh, that piece fell out. Aye, aye. Okay, that's on. Pop this back in. It was a very loose fit. So let's see what we can do. Clamp wise, we want one on here. We kind of want one as I drop it on the floor. Here. Here, but we also want one here. Ooh, it's like a traffic jam in this little part. It's got a hair on it. Well, let's do that first. And see if we can do it from the side. Gosh. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to pop that to one side and we're going to do the magnets. Let's pick this up before the dog eats it. And we're going to just put these in. I'm just going to do it with a bit of wood glue and do what we did before. Put all four in. And once I've done this, it's a beautiful day out. It's a bit cold, but the sun is out. I do like the sun. And these are, I don't believe, are magnetic either. So I'm just going to get these to the ready. I'll pop that in there and clamp from the thicker side here and just make sure this particular one was a very loose fit. So it didn't take much for that to go in. And I'm going to do this one. And again, it's a pretty loose fit. Push it down a bit more. Don't want to be feeling those. One more in here. Kind of guessing where the walls are. Well, this one I'll know maybe tonight. Maybe I'll pop it on the house as to where it's going to fit, and it'll give me a better idea. of where it's going to be, if it is going to be that one or not, because I kind of would have thought there would be one in between. Perhaps if I pick this up, one in between which actually had the magnets on, because it would make more sense. I'll pop that one in as well. Make sure it's all the way down. Same, that one is down. Alrighty, so let's see. So I know what we got to do here and on the inside here. Ooh, do I dare take this off? I guess we can. Alright, so with this you want to make sure the writing is on the inside, so facing the same way as all the other writing, and the magnets are on the outside. So let me pop that one in. This one has an end a little bit longer than the other ones as well. I think I'm going to be starting to ramp up these a little bit to get a bit more done at any one time as well. I have a feeling the next issue, and we'll confirm at the end, will actually be 2 of these. Just make sure that's in. I'm going to clear out this glue because it looks like it's going to attach to something else. Put a thingy on that and that can cover both of those. And we'll do the same with this one. Just going to clean up this glue on the inside here with this, because this will be attaching to another wall, so I don't want that going all over the show. And I want to make sure that this is on the right angle, like so. Okay, this is the wrong one, or the wrong side by the looks of it. You see if that even makes sense. Yes, it does. So you want the extra bit to be at the bottom, not at the top. So let me start that again. That goes the other one goes the other side. And again, I will clean up the glue on this because I think it's going to need it. There we go. And it has a leftover piece here. Line that up. Make sure this one's still lined. Yeah. And make sure that this is all out, because we will be buttoning up the other wall when it's time. Okay. And we are going to do the same with this side, with this other piece. So it's already got glue on it because we put it in the wrong spot. It's not going to take too much here. And again, just making sure that the leftover piece is at the bottom. I want one of my firmer clamps for this. Make sure it's in as far as it can. Yep. Right, get another one of those. Okay, and that's this bit done. Oh no, it's not. I got the frame part to do, the door. Okay, so with it facing you like so, so you have the numbers towards you, or the bottom with the protruding parts towards you, we are going to put the thinner part. So if you see, there's a thicker and thinner part. The thinner part towards the front, it says. No, inward, towards the back. So, something like so. in a point and pointing inward. Okay. And the flatter edge aligns with the frame, it says. Just put a strip of glue on there. Should be the simplest part of this. Now we do want to clamp it because we want to be able to put the door in later. Nice. Go back down. Love it when you go to clamp it and everything moves. To make sure it is aligned. Okay, that will probably work, and the same with this. Do exactly the same with the other strip, and then I will put this to one side, and when I come back with the next issue, then I hopefully will be able to let you know what wall we're actually working on. I'll take this out a second. Oh, can't. Okay, we'll get that out in a minute. Wait. Come back. Simplest part of the build, she says. Let's have a look at what's going on up here. Okay, you can just go back on. Ah, that works. Okay, I am going to leave this and put this to one side, and we will start on the window. I am hoping this time I can get this window right. So let me get set up for doing that. Right, like before, after assembling this, we will be needing to paint the inside. So I'm going to get some wood glue on here. And the curved edge you want pointing towards where these holes are here. So you want to make sure the curve on this is the right way. You know, I'm not going to do it this way. I'm actually going to paint this first, so I know it's going to be on that side. Just make sure it's the right way up. Actually, this would be on the inside, so I'm going to paint this side where the ridge is, this side with the holes to one side, that one to one side, so these inner ones here, and then this one which will have this on the inside. So let me get those painted. All I'm going to do is use my acrylic markers like I've done in the past, let them dry, and I will be back when that's all done, ready to do. In fact, I'll get them painted and then I'll get the white part put together, because that's kind of separate until they join. Alright, done that. All I was using was acrylic paint markers, white one. I'm going to pop those to one side to dry. They will need one more coat, and in the meantime let's see if I can get this right. This is the part I messed up the last time. This is all super glue, which, as you know, is my favourite. I have my clips to hand, and also greaseproof paper. So this time for the win, sure, right? Okay, this doesn't matter which side. Not really. It does have a line on here. Does that need to be on the outside? This surface forward. Yes, it does. I am doing one step at a time on this because I messed this up so poorly last time. And this is going to be the top. And let's see, we are going to sort the bottom part out first, which is the curved one like this. And this time we want to make sure we have the flat edge upwards because that is the windowsill. So going to give this a go with the old super glue again and hope and pray we do it right. And so you want to be lining this up with the bottom. You would wonder how could I have got it wrong, but you know, there it was. I have some clamps. Might as well use those rather than the paper clips. They're right to hand. Not that one, obviously. Don't have time with super glue to be messing around trying to repair. Oh my goodness. I am really beginning to hate these frames. Okay. It's not 100% lined up, but you know what? It's stuck. And I think it's on the outside of the house, so it's not overly going to matter. Then while that's drying, I will put the top one in, which will have the flat part here. And you know, this, it has the 3 steps. And you want the, yeah, you want it this apart and the flat piece here. So the very thin piece is at the bottom. And that's going to go, you want to line this up with, where's my thingy, my jigsaw free? You want to line it up with this edge, not this edge. So just this edge here. Don't do that one. This is probably what I'll do now. I'll probably do it on that edge. Rocking and rolling. Yep. Go full. I'm just going to get this one with it. Ow, ow. Get my finger back. Oh, there's some DNA. And this is why I hate super glue. This is pretty much as already took. And then, sweet. Okay, go away. Then we will pop the windowsill on here, like so. Which is longer than the window. It makes me wonder if I've done the right thing at all. Oh my god. Okay. Yay. Let's see if we can sort this. Alright, we finally got there. It's not perfect. Had it on the wrong way again. One day I'm going to do one of those frames and I'm going to get it right, and I think I will shock myself. Forget about anyone else watching. Right, back to doing these. So I have put the paint on. I'm getting the wrong side already. You want to make sure that the curved edge, like this edge here, is on the inside, and the lip is on the inside also. So I'm going to get that glued. Just got to remind myself in future, just use tacky glue for those windows. It's a lot easier. It doesn't cause so many breakages. Yes, there were breakages again, which have required a little bit of extra work. And I had it up the wrong way. So that little tab thing I showed you, you want it at the bottom. That's where your windowsill goes. So I think in future, going forward, I'm going to get these little, not the steppy one, the round ones, and I'm going to stick the windowsill to it. I even got so desperate on this that I went through all the next lot of issues that I've got coming up to see if I had another one. Because I'm thinking to myself, I've made such a mess of this, I don't even want to show you guys. But they didn't. All the other windows are different. Disappointing, disappointing. So fortunately this one is on the side, so hopefully it won't be seen too much. You know, it is what it is. And you know, I can see I've put that other piece on the wrong way. I should have done this edge maybe as well, I wonder. There we go, like that. And then this one also with the step looking thing on the inside, like so. I can't believe myself. So disappointed in myself. Anyway, yeah, like I say, none of the windows are the same, so I couldn't steal one from another issue and just order another issue and save my embarrassment. You're just gonna have to bear with me. Right, let me get my hands washed before I start touching this glass, because next we're gonna put the glass in. Or are we? Yeah. Yep. We are. I think you put the panel in actually, and then put the... So it's going to be, let's just make sure we get it the right way around. The beveled edge surface of the tabs faces down. So again, you can see that they are kind of marked. So the beveled edge, so you want the flat edge up, like so. And then you're going to stick this window, which I need to take the film off. So I am going to wash my hands before then, because I got glue and all sorts on it. Okay, I am going to use B7000 for this. I'm going to just pop a little bit on right now. I swear last time it was this way. Let's see. I reckon it is. No, it's not. I see why. Okay. So, because you want the plastic to be on the inside when we put it on the window. So just putting a tiny bit of glue on the main points, not too much. And then I'm going to put that to one side so it's not as sticky. I am not using super. I don't think I'm ever going to use super glue again. I shouldn't say that because I know I will. Like I say, just disappointed really in myself there. That piece came off very easy. Let's see if we can get this one off easy. Maybe. There we go. There is something strangely satisfying about peeling this stuff off. Bizarre as it is. And that should be quite clear. If you get it all. Alright, so come on, get off. Okay. And then we are going to put it on here carefully. I don't want to squidge it everywhere. And then I'm going to put this straight in here. This plastic. And you know, I was right in the first place. Right, fortunately, there's enough glue still on here. So that's not the problem. What will be the problem is that now this side's got glue on it. Actually, if I keep it off of anything yucky, we should be okay. Wasn't going to use this. Use B7000. And I'm really quite happy with how the pens do look on this type of thing. So what you want is you want the beveled edges of this window upwards. Like so, because then they fit in proper. And they fit in reasonably flat. There's some imperfections on mine, so it's not just going to be me, so that's a good thing. And then I don't think it matters which way up it goes. We are going to put this on, which is wood to wood, and is a disaster. I'm just going to use wood glue. I'm going to think to myself, in the scheme of things, it's all fine. It doesn't really matter. Worst things to happen in the world. They're messing up a window frame for a Moomin house. Nevertheless, as much as I'm not overly a perfectionist, I will say that my moments are there. I have some perfectionism, I guess. Use the thicker one on this side. Right, and that's how it looks. So it looks kind of okay. Even looks alright at the back and things. And you can see it's had a bit of wear and tear. A bit like the windows in my place, really. And I'm going to put that to one side to dry until we need it. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Do please click like and subscribe. You will be able to see more. And know to be really careful with these windows. Don't just assume what you think you see. Double check yourself 3 times. Because I swear I saw it the right way around and I still got it wrong. Anyway, and you will be updated next time that I post. I am going to try and post Moomin a little bit more often than I was. I was posting them every day for like 5 days straight, but sometimes I would do a bonus where I do 3 or something on the same day. But I'm going to try and do it a little bit more often until at least I've caught up. And then once I've caught up, we're down to 5 every month, so you'll probably be seeing a bit less. Like I say, next we have issue, I should go and get it for you so you can see, hold on. Next we have issue 77, and we will be working on 2 walls and working on making some bread. And I believe it's out of some sort of clay stuff they've got us to do, so that'll be fun. I will be doing it. I will give it a go. Obviously concentrating on this mainly, but if I can get a few of these and I see where it's going to go, it's going to hang above our whatever's above there. I actually don't know what's above there, but anyway, it's going to be hanging above there. You can't even see it in this picture, can you? But I have a feeling the 2 walls that we're going to be doing are these 2 here. And then probably after that, I bet we get all the windows again. Oh, blessed me. Alrighty. Okay, so that's where we are. I look forward to seeing you again. Please do take care of yourself, and I do hope you are enjoying this build. It is actually a really good build. I just seem to struggle with certain things, and one of them is obviously windows. Alright, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.